Welcome to Cooking with Jimmy. Today we're going to be making barbecue chicken and beef kebabs. So you want to ensure that all your cuts are uniform. You want everything in unison, which means the same. Ensure that when you're cutting, you keep your fingers away from the blade so you don't cut yourself. When you're cooking, you just have to use safety. Alright, you're going to go ahead and cut the chicken down the middle. Same thing, you want to have uniform cuts across the board because they're all going to eventually go on a skewer. Here's an easy way to cut your bell pepper. So you're going to make one quick slice down and you're going to rotate the bell pepper. And once you do that, you'll be able to pop it right out. Alright. Go ahead and cut it down the middle. You're going to quarter it. Alright, so with your onion, I always cut the bottom off so I have a base. And that's important so it doesn't move all over the place. A couple things can happen. So you can cut your finger if it's moving around. And another thing, your cuts aren't going to be uniform. So I'm also going to quarter these because the onion is going to serve as your base for your skewer, which holds everything in place at the bottom. Alright, moving on. You're going to get your tomato. Same concept. Cut a base. That way it doesn't move around. And you're going to quarter your slices. There you go. Pretty simple. Alright, you have your onions, pineapples, your chicken, bell peppers, red peppers, and your prime rib. Alright, we're going to go ahead and season our beef and our chicken up. Got some garlic powder. Some garlic and herb. Allspice. A little bit of parsley for color. Here's some barbecue sauce. And I like to add different sauces and flavors because at the end, that's what's going to set off your food anyways, the sauce. mix everything up thoroughly. Some pineapple juice. So I like to use separate utensils for everything so I don't cross-contaminate everything. A lot of people don't understand that certain people can only eat certain things, so you can't mix your foods. So let's say I had somebody that was allergic to fish. I wouldn't cut the chicken with the same knife I cut the fish. It's pretty much self-explanatory. That's why I wash my cutting boards. I wash everything. Earlier I talked about the onion being the base, and here you can see I set it as the base. That way it holds everything in place. Here's the chicken. A green pepper. So I want to have everything color coordinated. And like I said earlier, visually, that's how people eat. They eat with their eyes. So presentation is everything. And here's some prime rib. Bell pepper. And a pineapple to finish it off. This is what they look like, and now they're about ready to go onto the grill. So I'm going outside. I have everything heated up to the point where I need it. I usually keep it at about a medium flame. You don't want to overcook, because it's very easy to overcook your food. But even if you get a little bit of char on it, that's fine. You kind of want that anyway. It tastes better. So I put a few down. As you can see, I like to eat a lot. Go. So you're going to keep everything on for, I'd say, about 5 minutes on each side. So remember, when you're cooking with poultry, the problem is if you don't cook it thoroughly, it can actually be bad for you. So cook it thoroughly, make sure it's not pink on the inside at all. I always check before I serve it or I eat it, because I don't want to get sick either. That's why I'm always cleaning. Practice good sanitation at all times. Wash your hands, wash your cutting boards, and you can't go wrong. Alright, so now they've been on there for about 10 minutes. I'm ready to take them off. They're thoroughly cooked. I've already checked them. This is just for you to see, and then after this I'm gonna end up basting them and throwing a little bit more sauce on top so you can get a nice glaze to them. But visually they look very appealing. And those look really good. Here's the glaze. It's just a mixture of teriyaki sauce, barbecue, and I threw a little soy in there. Soy sauce has a little bit of a pop, and don't use too much because it has a lot of salt and sodium. And like before, I've said this in other videos, I don't like to cook with a lot of butters, a lot of salts. I like extra virgin oil. I like to use coconut oil. So just remember, whatever you're putting into your body, you want to try to be healthy. And that's why cooking your own food is your best bet. When you go to restaurants, you never know what's going in the food. Do you know if the cook was practicing good sanitation practices? Is he going outside and smoking, or going to drop or throw things away? Does he wash his hands? You don't know. So that's why I like to cook. And this is why I'm teaching. Now with that glaze, it looks so much better. Visually, that color coordination, it just pops out. Alright, plating and presentation. I'm just going to put a couple down here just to show you how it looks in the end. You don't have to do too much to it because it's already visually appealing. Add a little bit more glaze to it. Here's a close-up. I'm going to throw down a little bit of parsley, give it that pop, and voila. There you have it. Barbecue chicken and beef kebabs.